Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our podcast about sharing our hospital. This week, the cockiness on Willow. Ugh. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's like she's making an interesting character right now. Because remember, years ago, she was Weeping Willow, and now she's like a psycho version of Nail. She's like Dark Willow, I think is what people are calling her. I just find it kind of funny because I can't take her seriously. So with her versus Jacinda, I was surprised Jacinda didn't slap the crap out of Willow the way she was talking about her. But Willow's on this power trip. Like I said before, her kid's name is Power and Greed right now. So what were your thoughts on Willow going off on Michael and Jacinda?
I actually like this new version of Willow. Because, I agree with you. When she came on, she was a little like on the boring side. But now to watch her, I actually like her being this way.
Hmm.
I don't like the way she kind of treats Michael though, but
Yeah.
I don't like that because Michael's been really good to her. But other than that, the way she's kind of going after Drew, because like she met with Brennan and she basically told Brennan she want any dirt on Drew that he can find. So it's like she's seriously trying to take Drew down. And I don't blame her because of the way that he treated her. To me, I understood when Nina went to Rick and had asked him about trying to do like some kind of, I don't know if it's a domestic violence law. I can't remember. But I understand the angle that Nina's about to go at, and it's because of Willow being in Dawn and Day a long time ago and the things that happened to her. And those are the things that spoke about. It might be things that happened to her that have been unspoken. So it'd be interesting to see if they're gonna go ahead and play this out. But I tell you what, if they put Willow in Shady Brook, I need to still see her. Because when Ava went, we saw her. When Carly went, we saw her.
Hmm.
So I want to see Willow in Shady Brook. I hope they don't sideline her for a couple months and bring her back. I'd rather see her go through whatever she's going to go through in Shady Brook and probably get into all her problems, in terms of, her mental health when she was in Donna Day and dealing with Harmony and Shiloh and the whole thing. And then her getting pregnant, then her baby, not surviving and all that, after it was born. I want them to really dive deep into that. I hope that they do. But I feel like Willow has become an interesting character. Every time she's on, I watch her.
The one thing I will say that I actually agree with Willow on, it was her approach was wrong, was when she mentioned her upbringing in the dawn of day. I understood what she was saying because she does not know Jacinda in her background. All we know is that she's an escort. We don't know who she's been around. So I understood why she was concerned about the kids, I say quote unquote on that right now, safety. It was her approach was totally wrong because she like keep this thing away from our kids. Cause it's like whoa. So I understood where she was coming from because of her upbringing, but she could have done it totally differently. She could have talked to Michael and said, "Look, I know you with her, but I don't know her because her past, and I'm concerned about our kids' safety because of what I went through." And I think Michael will understand where Willow's coming from, but she just keep making the wrong moves and keep making Michael an enemy for some reason. Michael has been nothing but kind to her, have her do whatever she wants to do, and she just keep treating him like crap over and over again. And remember, her, I guess, adopted father was unalive by one of Shiloh's people. And we also haven't had a conversation between Willow and Nina about her father, have we? I don't
No,
I don't think so,
no.
yeah, about Silas. So I think she having some kind of fatherly man figure issues there, but she also hasn't dealt with her own stuff either. So I understand where she was coming from, but she's doing a little bit too much. And now she's blackmailing Brendan. And I feel like since they switched Brendan's, no offense to the actor, it's the writing, they made him weak. Like Carly is dangling up in his face with everything, and he's still not getting it. And now Willow's kind of doing the same thing, but she wants something on Drew. I'm not sure what Brendan can find on Drew because we know everything that he's done so far. I would think so. I'm not sure what's going to come up with that. And I don't think Sidwell even wants Drew out. I think he still wants to keep Drew drugged right now. I'm not understanding why Willow's trying to look for this information. I feel like Willow is going rogue, and Sidwell's going to be like, hey, I am the boss of you. And I think maybe next week we could get a reminder of that because she's doing way too much stuff without Sidwell knowing.
Well, too, I think that some of the stuff that she's doing is because of her anger, and it's rightfully so at Drew because of the way that he did her. Because remember, Michael had to let her know that when she came to that clinic, when he was out there after he got burned, he told her that he didn't even know she was there. So it's a lot of layers to this that Willow is dealing with, and I understand that. And then he went after Wiley not once but twice, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like she got a lot of anger there because the one thing I noticed was when she was talking to Brendan, she didn't say go after Michael. He thought that's what
Yeah.
she was gonna say. She said no, Drew, because she just really wants to, just keep pounding on Drew. And I don't blame her. He did kind of manipulate her in the beginning when she was with Michael. I'm not saying that she's innocent and that she's not, because no means no. But he did pursue her very heavily,
Yeah.
and then once he got her, look at the way that he treated her. So it's like she lost everything, her husband, her kids, and it was because a lot of steps that he took to make sure that that happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of made you wonder where Drew was at. Like, did he even love her, or was this some kind of revenge plot on Michael for whatever sick reason? But I'm loving the storyline. They need to keep it coming because anytime I see Willow now, I am watching. I am here.
Yeah, they definitely done a 180, but she definitely needs to come down because she's on this power trip a little bit too long. The question is who's going to take her down. It's a good thing that Liesl is back. So maybe Nina would talk to Liesl like, yeah, my daughter's blackmailing. Liesl would be like, what? Why would you let her blackmail you? I would have slapped her to next week. You know how Liesl is. She does not play. And Liesl and Felicia had caught up about Anna. The actress Fiona is supposed to come back soon, probably sometime next month. Hopefully, Anna's okay, but it's like she's not. I'm not looking forward to these scenes because before Anna left, it was hard to watch. I felt very sorry for her that she's going through all this, and it sucks. So, how do you feel about Liesl being back, and will she catch on about Fate Nathan?
I'm glad to see her back. I'm with you. I hope that Nina does talk to her about Willow and what's going on, but I don't know. Nina, she might not. What I hate though was the scene with Nina and Drew. I was hoping she wouldn't have told Drew that she knows now
It's
everything
Nina.
that
She makes every wrong move.
yeah, because I'm like, why would you talk? Because to me, when it all goes down, Willow could have went down for all of that by herself because Drew would have thought in his mind that she never knew. But she sat there and basically bragged to him that she does know. And I just was like, man, she just keep making one move after the other that's wrong. But I mean, you know what? She's gonna get what's coming to her. Unfortunately, when Willow end up going down, because Drew can now throw her under the bus, or he might not throw her under the bus, but just keep that in his back pocket because you know how Drew works.
Mm-hmm.
He'll use stuff later on. But
Yeah.
I like the scene between Rick, Nina, when Willow just barged up in there and was like, "Are you still representing Michael?" Yeah, I'm coming for him. But I'm glad Nina had like talked her off the ledge on that because I'm like, the last thing you want to do is go after Michael, even though he's now circling back to her. She don't need to really go after him. I think the more she goes after him and Jacinda, the more he's going to dig into her and he's going to start figuring things out. Because I'm with you. I think you said last week, all Michael got to do is call Spinelli and they can get that footage.
Yeah, they absolutely can. I'm not sure why. I mean, it's a freaking soap, but seriously,
Yeah.
this could have been over a long time ago. But I feel like Willow is going to do something to Jacinda. Willow's very dangerous. Girl got medicine. She can do whatever she wants. She know how to use a weapon. I don't know. Willow's very all over the place. So Jacinda better watch her back with Willow because you cannot deal with crazy.
Jacinda, Ty, Trina,
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah,
of them better
Kai.
watch their
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Liz, I understood Liz was happy. Like, oh, Drew, He's doing an SOS. He's communicating. I think all of us was like, Elizabeth, shut up. Do not tell
Yes.
Nina.
And
Just
Nina
shut up,
sitting there just
Liz.
looking. Yeah,
Yeah. So
she
you
can't wait till
know
they leave because Nina gonna
you
go off on him.
yeah, and you know she gonna tell Willow about it. Willow be like, "Oh, he did." She gonna do something to him. I don't know what,
Hmm.
but she gonna do something to him. Poor Drew. But is it really poor Drew after everything that he's done for the past year or two?
But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah,
Ethan. I'm surprised that they jumped right to it with him and Christina. So Christina was like, "Yeah, we're friends. There's not going to be nothing more kick rocks kind of thing." I was like, "Wow, okay." So I was surprised that John Hospital got to the point of it so quickly.
I'm fine with it. At the same time, I'm annoyed because we know she's sniffing around Jacinda. So
Yes.
Michael has to deal with his crazy baby mama number two and his sister trying to get his girl. All right. And then we also have Rick not trusting Ethan, which I can understand. I did like his scene with Alexis. Anytime Rick and Alexis are together, it's hilarious, of course. And she had a point of him self sabotaging himself when it comes to things that he cannot control. So I did
Hmm.
like that scene, but I also agree with Rick. He's been gone for years and we don't know what's been going on with him, who he's working for, or anything like that. I definitely don't think he's working for Sidwell unless he's being blackmailed, because Sidwell had his mother and his sister Sasha as hostages at one point. So there's no way he would team up with Sidwell. And also, Sidwell knows where Robert, Holly, and Sasha and Daisy are. That's not good. That's not good at all. The whole point of Sasha leaving was to keep her safe, and Sidwell knows where she at. That's not great. But I did like Ethan and Tracy meeting each other. I thought it was funny when he asked her for a hug, and she's like, "Not with these valuables on." I thought it was hilarious. I love how they feed off each other. I love how they both don't like Sidwell at all. And he already told Tracy he's going to deal with Sidwell. I'm not sure what's I have no idea what Ethan is going to do. He's a wild card right now.
I like the fact that when Sidwell described the house that Robert and Sasha and them are in, I liked the fact that Ethan kept a straight face because you can see he was kind of like, "What now?" So, but that let him knows that Sidwell does, like you said, know exactly where they are and know a little bit too much of a detail about it than he should. So yeah, I think his character is definitely gonna go after Sidwell to take him down. I think that's why he want to work with Sonny is to take down Sidwell. But first of all, he got to figure out what's going on with Sonny because he hasn't talked to Sonny in a long time.
What do you mean talk to Sunny?
I mean, sit down and like get to know him, what's going on with the business, that kind of thing. He doesn't know anything about Sunny business now,
Oh yeah.
nothing. And then Jason is not there. So he got to try to play catch up and figure out what's going on with Sunny at this point because Jason isn't there. And Sunny sold the Piers to Sidwell. So he got to figure all that out. Like, what's going on with you, Sunny? Like, why you sold the Piers? And, he got to go down a list with him to even see if he can even trust Sunny at this point.
Yeah. True, because Sunny doesn't trust him, but he's doing it for Luke just to see what's going on. I have no idea how this is going to go with Ethan, but hey, General Hospital was pretty good this week. So thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Next week there will not be a new episode. I'll be out of town, much needed vacation. So hopefully everybody is taking care of themselves, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Hey, I forgot to mention that we are on YouTube. So, General Hospital fans, if you want to head over to Mom and Daughter Talk Daytime Soaps, where we talk about extras that did not make it on the podcast of General Hospital. We'll see you there.